Welcome back, one and all, to Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes. Last episode, we booked the game. I then proceeded to get to this. Clearly, the boss room's right ahead of me. So we're going to go fight Doppelganger. And then we're going to go get the turn to Death Ball, and that's the episode. So, we have our iconic new wall power that we can literally box ourselves in. It lasts exactly that long. So let's go fight Doppelganger. My name is Doppelganger Patrick Granada Jr. I'm a professional killer. Why would you get in my way? A killer? You're just a crazy-ass murderer! This game is bullshit. The developer really sucks. She's a genius. I gave birth to her and she gave birth to me. A perfect cycle, a true succession. You're like really fucked up, huh? But whatever. Sometimes you just gotta deal with weirdos like this, I guess. You make me laugh. You take an assassin can kill a killer. See for yourself how different we are. Yeah, I guess we're pretty different. I just noticed. A dude who kills by instinct and a psychic who kills for work. Let's see who's the strongest. Here's my doppelganger technique. One hit and you're dead. Perfect. I've been wanting some excitement. I can hear the sound. The sound of blood coursing through your veins. Now it's time to kill. I'm gonna reset your very existence. Oh, that actually blocks it. Ah! Doppelganger 2! Come on, bring it! Bring on phase 2! Change Doppel 2! Doppelganger tree. Their final form, huh? What are you gonna do? Mutate and get real big? That was proposed, but it got scrapped for spec reasons. Huh? What the hell does that mean? Don't worry about it. I was just thinking out loud. Change double tree! Finish him! Woo! We won! Hey! That's what I got. Nice. You managed to defeat me. So this is what an assassin is. This is the truth. It's now clear that you're just like me. I'm nothing like you. You're just greedy. More greedy than anyone when it comes to killing. But you lack something crucial. Human emotion. That's not true, assassin. I am full of joy and happiness. Having joy without sorrow means you're just an empty spectre. Sorrow? What? Go wander hell for a while, spectre. Then you'll know what? Then you'll know sorrow and pain. Hell? No. Mama. You're no longer even human, just a demon. I'll kill you! Doppelganger had become less of a human. I think he would have been satisfied being beaten by you. He's still at large in the real world, though. I guess I need to be careful. The F91 chip acquired. And now a subterranean nightmare. Doppelganger wasn't a weirdo, a pervert, or a psycho. He was just a straight-up murderer. His soul is still wandering that city, most likely in search of his daughter. Is that his atonement? No. He was just an arrogant fucking snob, always looking down on people. How full of shit. New t-shirt's been added to the bathroom. New article has been added to the ramen blog. Fax received from Kay. Fax received from Jean. New scenario to Travel Strikes Back has go to your motorcycle. Let's go ahead and save, so we don't have to play Life is Destroy ever again. Oh. Bing bong. Now, t-shirt wise, what t-shirts did we get? Unreal Engine Black. It's like Unreal Engine was wasted, and all I got was this t-shirt. But you're like, man. But we're rocking with the missing J.G. McField in the Island of Memories. Favorite game? One of my favorite games. Any other t-shirts that got added? Power of Justice. Smoke. So good this game got a lot of indie love. Oh, Ramen Blog. Let's give that a like. Give that a like as well. There is a trophy for liking every Ramen Blog. So what does Kay have to say to us? Travis touchdown. If you've come this far, allow me to congratulate you on clearing the game. You're the first human to ever manage to clear 2 Death Drive games. And honestly, I'm pretty surprised. I've been sending these over and over, hoping that you'll give up and turn back. But the fact that I'm about to run out of paper apparently means that you have no intention of doing so. In that case, hopefully telling you who I am will provide my message with a bit more authority. My name is Clark, Dr. Juvenile's lover. What comes after clearing these games is nothing short of a tragedy for the entire human race. I pray that you don't end up becoming the one to pull the trigger of this tragedy. God bless America. Kay. I'm currently in a dark, wide open place. It seems really high up, and I can't see the bottom when I look down. It's like looking down into the abyss. I can feel something looking back at me. Completely lost. Please come for me quickly, Jean. Yeah, Jean gets yeah, there's like a... You can go replay the levels again to find Jean and get some items. I think to get money or equivalent of gaming brownie points. But we're going to look at the archive, actually. We're going to read the Death Drive Mark II blah blah blah. I was going to say news article or gaming magazine. So yeah, super duper hot scoop. This is the Death Drive Mark II. With only 3 months to the launch, we still have no announcement regarding what console the Death Drive Mark II will be. But Carlos Satigaya is here to fill you on his predictions for the console. After I've spoken with people in the know throughout the industry, including the actual Hazard's A employees. Point 1. Super high power. DAT tape-based game software. I'm predicting huge specs that will put anything we've ever seen to shame, with a monster 66 megabyte main unit plus 2 megabyte pot. I've also received information that the games will also be nothing like ever before. Through the use of DAT tapes, this thing will be sure to should be able to process games at ludicrous speeds. With a recording switch allowed to save anytime, anywhere, you don't have to worry about losing your data. It's the whole point is like this is like a like remember the classic gaming like I remember like it's like when the Nintendo Switch before even the reveal it was just going to be called like it was the NX and you're like what does the NX look like? Or Project Cafe. What do you think Project Cafe will look like? Well, apparently the Switch is going to have a screen, but it's going to be like the gamepad but thinner. Here's mock-up images of what it will look like. It was just a bunch of that. It's like we don't get this era. It's all just YouTube videos now because print media. Like read the End Gamer magazine. Then it changed to the Nintendo Gamer magazine. Then just didn't make enough cash. But that's how I found out about like certain games like Hotel Dusk, Room 215, Last Winter Midnight Promise, The World Ends With You, Etrian Odyssey, Professor Layton. Like I remember because I came with like the first 15 issues of End Gamer came with a DVD that had a bunch of trailers. So seeing like camcorder footage of Mario Galaxy at E3 blew my mind when I was a kid. But so yeah, the extension unit is a pot? Our editorial department's gotten its hands on some super juicy info. Apparently there's a pot attached to the console. That's not to say you're going to be pushed into buying a pot along the main unit, or it's a weird set though. The pot comes attached with an extremely crucial part of the console itself. So here's my prediction. I'm thinking the fact that the console comes with a pot means you're going to be able to cook ramen while you play. Perfect for us playing with the perfect for us playing with the munchies. There's the so-called aroma pot with a mouse housing socket. It's got the DAT tape, it's got the reset button, it's got a double mouse because man, double mouse, it's pretty cool. High quality speakers, man, that's some quality stuff right there. Point 3, featuring an unprecedented new kind of controller. Moving on with our rapid fire head exploding scoops. The developers have stated that the console will be using a never-before-seen type of controller. So here's my predictions. It's a square with one button. I think it's going to be the kind of controller that you hold onto and wave around in the air to use. And it'll come with two of them. So you'll have to use both hands when playing alone. Or use one controller each when playing with a friend. This has to be it. Point 3, it doesn't even require a TV. There's another huge piece of news. Apparently, you don't need to hook it up to a TV. I no longer have any idea what's going on with this thing. Or so you'd think. First off, I'd say it goes without saying that the console is gonna be able to talk. If not, then you'll need a TV. Duh. Furthermore, I'm thinking the controller will be used to send electrical signals directly to your brain, which is how we'll see the games. Yeah, you gotta remember the classic columns. What about peripherals? There's a slot on the side of the main unit. I predict that some sort of peripheral will be attached here. I'm thinking you'll be able to hook your console up to a friend to play together. Also that pot, well I said you'll be able to make ramen, that's got nothing to do with video games. So I expect this pot to have something to do with enhancing the game somehow. For example, after the games are released, they'll sell some sort of chemical where you can drop it in the pot that will affect the tapes and make hidden stages appear or something. One thing that's for sure, we'll be seeing some crazy ass unimaginable peripherals. Like the Wii remote vitality sensor. What about that peripheral? That was a thing that was going to exist, folks, but Nintendo just couldn't really find a game for it. It was like gonna plug into the Wii remote instead of the nunchuck, and it would read your heart rate. Nintendo with their crazy innovations, but they just couldn't really figure it out. So yeah, what kind of games will hit the market? According to the info I have on this point, apparently the sequel to the hit arcade Electric Thunder Tiger is slated for release. I can't believe I'll get to experience that pumping excitement of slamming in commands so hard if this you're gonna break the control bar. Right in front of break the control bar right in front of your own living room. It's a dream come true, but hold up. As for any other possible titles, we've got no info whatsoever, which is like, well, damn. However, apparently there are a total of 6 titles scheduled for release when the console launches. We'll just have to wait and see what kind of awesomeness comes. And yeah, now we could read the review for Electric Thunder Tiger 2. Carlos Setagaya's Drive and Death Game Review, Electric Thunder Tiger 2. Expected impossible again and again. It's finally here. 3 years since the arcade hit, the legendary hero, Electro Triple Star, has returned to save the city. Wow, it got a 4.21 in characters, a 4.04 in music, a 4.44 in originality, 3.74 in addictiveness, but at the end it's 3.2 worth buying. The ultimate cyberpunk TPS action game is here. The year is 2023. Huh. 100 years from now we can get a real version of this game. So yeah, the super high-tech electric speed city drawing people from around the continent with its huge voltage neon illumination has all its lights stolen because the AI-controlled construction machines abandoned deep beneath the city have gone crazy. In the previous title, Professor of Electrotechnology and Architect of Electric Speed City, Tim Ford, transformed into Electro Triple Star. After succeeding in defeating the AI machines and recapturing control of the city, his enemies have risen from the underground once again. The construction mechs are even more powerful than before, and a group of terrorists are attempting to take advantage of the chaos and take control of the city. To make matters worse, with the power completely cut off, the temperatures drop 20 degrees below zero, meaning the clock is ticking for the citizens of the city. Bring back both light and peace to the city, and save your family before they freeze. Electro Triple Star, Tim Ford, a world-class architect, an electro-technical engineer, the architect of Electric Speed City. He lives in town with his beloved wife and 2 daughters. A huge fan of comic book heroes, he has been repurposing and modding applications and electronics since he was a child. He loves electric-type weapons. He met his wife at the Toast Gym. Babe. Work out. Where? Toast Gym. The genius scientist who creates his own equipment. His whole body is a weapon. The hero family man with a 200 IQ. Electro Triple Star's famous kill move, the Big Cannon, guaranteed to deal huge damage. Genki Tech. Recover HP with the input command. At the place in the photo, input the following commands. Input this correctly, and your power gauge will refill to the max. Also, hidden characters pop up too. This place in the photo, you input this for a golden Bulgaro. Unlike normal Bulgaro, the pickled Bulgaro found on the beach won't escape or change colour. Time to get paid. Okay, yeah, last we've got is a huge scoop. First, once you've played for over an hour, head towards the place in the photo. Once you've arrived, drop some eucalyptus, paper bark, and bergamot oils into the aroma pod attached to the dead drive console. Let the oils diffuse for 10 minutes. The paperbark's disinfecting effects and the aroma filling the room will allow you both and Travis to absolutely trip balls. As Cheat works wonder on overgaming, try it for yourself. That's from Master Terragita. Next up is Life is Destroy. Life is Destroy. If you are alone, no one can hear you scream. Become a psycho killer and terrify the American populace. American population, I mean. Can you... give it a score of a 4.56 on characters, a 4.12 on music and FX, sound effects, a 3.81 in originality, 4.58 in addictiveness. At the end of the day, it's a 3.15, worth buying. So yeah, can you escape from this game's horrible pleasure? A mix of puzzle and action elements combining to form a new kind of game based on a real-life tragic crime that took place in a newly built residential area, while solving a slew of puzzles and stages based on American suburbs throughout the years. Doppelganger massacres a varied lineup of garbage people in this crazy-ass game. The actual crime itself it's filled with mystery. It's unknown how he managed to murder all these people without getting caught, as well as why he killed his wife and spared his daughter. On top of that, his daughter's yet to be found. In this game, you have to kill off a bunch of enemies, residents, that keep coming your way. It's a bit creepy, but once you get into it, you can't stop. Doppelganger. Doppelganger was once a social worker, helping young people who had fallen through the cracks of society. One day, something set him off, leading him to murder his wife, and then all the garbage people throughout the city. All in all, he's claimed more than 3,200 victims. Surprisingly, his weapon of choice is said to be a corkscrew, and to this day he continues to evade capture. This guy is ultra fucked up. Real-life mass murderer. He can appear anywhere and kill anyone. What color is the blood of the most terrible criminal in US history? So you get HP if you recover. And a blue Bagheero can be summoned if you do this code. So yeah, lick the death ball for a real eye-opener. Here's a little trick that you would have never thought of. Sometimes you get totally sucked into a game, then you realize it's almost morning. And all you can do is pass out. When that happens, make your way to the place in the photo, pick up a death ball, not currently in use. Try stuffing the whole thing into your mouth. Voila! The electricity shooting through your skull will open your eyeballs right up. Kind of like licking a 9-volt battery. It's fun and nostalgic. Up next, coffee and donuts. Oh shit, coffee and donuts is next? Oh. That's gonna be a fun game to play. Hey Badman. Well. So we're gonna do Travis Strikes Back. We're gonna read the next chapter. There's a... Ba-da-da-dun. Magic Tiger of the Mound. Let's go, Jean. Wait a second. Go where exactly? To find the death balls. Is there a problem? So we're doing this like a visual novel, huh? There's no reason not to. Them's the rules. Rules are meant to be broken. Didn't they teach you that in school? That's just common sense, even for cats. So what's your problem? Come on, spill your brains. This bike just won't stop. The death balls await are past the wind. Oh, out past the wind. Listen up, Travis. Most of these gamers bought this game expecting a goddamn action game. So they don't want a buttload of text. Get it? Hold up. So what am I supposed to do? What? You're worried about our meta score? You're scared of gamer reviews? Is that how you feel about it? Then quit. Seriously? You're cool with just ending the series here? Just scrap the plans for that big old number 3? If you're fine with that, then go ahead. The Travis Strikes Back Digest. Coffee and Donuts was an original title for the Death Drive 2. A collaboration between Juvenile and Natsuma. Natsuma was a famous Taiwanese game creator. Juvenile was a big fan of his SRPGs. They began the project after she sent him fan mail. Natsuma's most famous title was Eternal Organic Battle. The balance between story and gameplay was perfect. Natsuma sent over his storyline. A group of revolutionaries battle against corrupt politicians. They used smarts and guerrilla tactics to fight against the government. The story of the resistance. They say Natsuma's brilliant story made Juvenile cry. Anyway, I go and meet with a hardcore Natsuma fanboy. A Natsuma fanboy might have coffee and donuts. Fanboys talk, like a lot. I sat through 2 hours of Natsuma fanboy talk. Finally, I was able to ask him about the death ball. I found out that the Texas Bronco Donuts chain purchased coffee and donuts at an auction. I received an invitation to Texas Bronco. They sent me through to the owner's room. It's a really pimped out, luxurious room. Rich people have class. The furniture is all casino. The rug is Persian. We give a toast with scotch. Turns out the owner knows me. Apparently he's seen my assassin ranking fights on pay-per-view. He paid $3 million per fight. The championship fight cost $10 million. Now there's a bit of continuity. There's a bit of a flaw here, because in Never Heroes 1, there were no recordings, but they sort of retconned that, and I'm okay with that. But Sylvia was a con artist in the first game, and in the second game, oh no, the UAA, it's an actual legit business now. So either he paid to watch the original, the fights in No More Heroes 2, or No More Heroes 1. But to be honest, we can just hand wave that away. Because No More Heroes 1 was written and directed by Suda. By Suda-san himself. But he didn't direct 2. He made the scenario for 2 to a degree. But that colour is neither here nor there. It's one of my favourite things to say. Yeah. The United Assassins Association made Crazy Bank. So anyway, it turns out he was a fan of mine. He brings the death ball out of a hidden room. He said he wanted to make Batman's dream come true. What? What does he even know? Why does he even know that dickhead? Turns out when Batman played for the Astros, the owner had been a famous pitcher, Batman's teammate. Blew out his shoulder 3 seasons in and retired. He tells me Batman was a great catcher. I don't give a shit. He had an amazing arm. Must have been about that swing and all. Finally, the owner tells me his name. Nigel McAllister. A legendary pitcher. I'm a huge McAllister fan. Gene and I take the dead ball and head home. Let's go, Gene. How's that? Nice one! Just the right amount of text. Your meta score just went up 5 points. For reals? I don't know. I'll kill you. Let's go home, Travis. Bad man's waiting. To be continued. New archive has been added to the archives. New death ball has been acquired. Save? Sure, why not? So, what is their meta score? Well, it's got a 67 on... For Metacritic, it's got a 67 meta score with a 7.8 for a user score. Now that's the Switch version. What about the PS4 version? 63 Metascore with only 11 reviews. So some people just don't understand Suda's mind. So next, tomorrow we've got Christian Gaming Sunday. So come back Monday and we'll play some Coffee and Donuts. On our Death Drive Mark II. I'm looking forward to playing Coffee and Donuts. It's going to be a wild ride. And after that... Well, that's three death ball games finished. Wow, sounds pretty crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna wish everyone a happy fun time tomorrow. Check back in for Christian Gaming Sunday with a short reading from the book of Project Summer Ice. With not Jane, it was the other. Tammy, right? We're gonna have a reading from the Book of Tammy. Or if there's any other good Christian games that come out between here and there. So yeah, I'm gonna, let's see, get my sacrificial coffee here and drink it. And wish everyone a happy weekend. Hope you all have a good time. Play some games. Read a book. Read text in an MMO. I'll be doing that later. So yeah, hope you all, as I said, good times. Let's hope we don't encounter any more bugs and glitches. Because it's one of my favourite games of 2019. But let's say goodbye to Travis for now. See you then, folks. Take care.